Salute, salute, salute. So I'm gonna let y'all hear this, and we're gonna just go through the comments. But this video was done in May, earlier this year, and let's go.
And I'm low key tired of trying to talk sense into y'all. I come on here trying to tell y'all that as a fat woman, you are going to be targeted by low quality, low value men. And y'all commented and assumed I have low self esteem. You commented and assumed that, oh, or you just stated, oh, it's not me, because I keep getting these quality men and I've seen my 600-pound life and them women are never single. You missed my point. You missed my point entirely. Y'all are not we are not typically attracting quality men. The difference is you have to understand who you choose versus who you attract. You cannot help who you attract, but you can help who you choose. Majority of the time, the man that is going to be on your body, hard body, is going to be a man who has nothing to do with his life. It's going to be a man who is low value, who wants to leech off of you, who does not value women, who does not value himself. He has no knowledge of self. He's not a quality, elevated, conscious man. And y'all have to understand, I'm not saying it's not accessible to you. I'm not saying these men of quality and of high caliber are not accessible to you, but I'm saying you're going to have to.
They're not. They're not. They're not accessible to you. You see, when she start talking, you think she's keeping it a buck, but what she's actually saying that the guys that are always hit on them, right, is going to be, low value guys, which is true. Which is true. Those be the guys just coming home from prison. Those be the guys that's living in the shizzy. They down on their luck, doing bad at the bottom of the barrel, right? But what she's also trying to say is that, it's a choice as far as who they choose. You don't have any power in this because these guys, these top tier guys, especially the top tier guys, they don't want you. They don't want you. They're not attracted to you. They're not looking for you. They're not checking for you at all. They're checking for fit, attractive women. You don't fit the bill. You're not fit. And that's what it boils down to. So she's trying to change it into it's your choices and stuff like that. No, 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 no. That's just what you're going to be dealing with. That's where you at. Till the sun burn out, it's you and broke dudes that's living in the shelters, taking you on tizzy tours. You gonna have to come up with the Pookie Power Up kit every time it's time for tizzy action.
Have to fight to have access to that type of man. You're going to have to position yourself. You're going to have to try to position yourself to be above average in other ways and still hone in on your body too. But you really going to have to work to be above average to attract the type of man that you really want, because these men who are just typically at the baseline attracted to you are not men who are worth your time anyway. That was the point. The point was not to say fat women can't have quality men. The point was not.
Can't. You can't. The quality men know their quality. Why are they going to deal with zeros? Why? Why are they going to deal with zeros? They're not. They're just not. They're not. So, yeah, it's not
Not
happening.
fat, or the point was not low quality men are the only men attracted to us. That really wasn't the point. And I hate when stuff like that go over y'all head. Y'all don't be listening. You don't have critical thinking skills, and it's really starting to piss me off the way that y'all miss points. You don't think about things before you just comment in your feelings about some shit. Learn to just sit and eat a message and then try to eat it again and let it really.
That's your problem is eating. Stop eating everything, even messages. Now, look at this right here. Look at the comment section, right? Uh and what's strange is that they'll keep it a buck with themselves, but when it's around men, right? That it's like they don't know anything. They never heard of these things. But in their own circle, they know the truth. And they'll tell each other this. But when it comes, if they're around a bunch of men, they don't want to say that because they don't want the men to know what their reality is, because then they'll get treated as such. But it doesn't matter because you're going to get treated that way anyway. So look at this. You're not wrong at all. Look, felons, unemployed, homeless, deadbeats, etc. Look, you're not lying. They think biggers means settling for anything bigger. Right. Look at this. As a plus size woman, I must agree. I exchanged numbers with a man 2 weeks ago, and 20 minutes in, he asked me to buy him shoes. He would never ask that of a smaller woman. That's right. That's right. As soon as they meet you, hey, the new J's came out. As soon as they meet you, hey, what you got in my bottle of Henny? Not what you got on it, buy it. he turned into these black male content creators early on quiches, big back quiches. Hit the cash app. Hit the cash app. That's what he does. That's all she hears every time. Every time she calls him, hit the cash app. Like she's listening to some content of his. Look. Look, she said, yes, that's why she's on a weight loss journey. You know what's funny? It's always there on their journey. Men don't want to hear that. Oh, you on your journey? Well, tell your story walking, And a lot of times they be, huge, young. They be like 21, 22. The biggest of backs. You like your journey? You're just starting life. What are you talking about? Oh, come on. All right. Look, that's why I'm working on my weight loss. Look at this. It's always working on something. It's all in what you allow. Nope, no, it's not. And she said facts. So she don't believe any. Yeah, no, it's not what you allow. It's what you're going to deal with as a big back. Look at this big back. She says she don't attract that. She says, her prayers, all my BBW attract men who treat you. No, you don't get any of that. She said, this one said, it all depends on who you are and what you are. No. Look at this. That's why I'm losing weight now. It's always, look at this. I was 317, now 170. Come on, man. You kidding me? 317? 317? Come on. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's a wrestler, man. That's not even a football player. That's a wrestler. Come on. All right. 317. Come on, man. Ben Grimm out here. Look at this. Some women she told no lies. So it's like you're seeing it, right? Like they'll keep it a buck with each other because they all saying the same thing. They're all saying the same thing. It's like they understand when they're talking with each other, right? But when it comes to men telling them, hey, listen, ain't nobody checking for you, it's like they have a problem. The difference is we're not gonna butter it up with some. Let me not say butter. We're not gonna sugar it. No, let me not say sugar. We're going to tell the truth. We're not going to follow it with it's about what you choose, your choice. No, no. This is your life. This is your life. This is your life. As a big back, this is your life. This is your life. And the thing about this, right? They be talking about they lost 75 pounds. I just saw a comment where it said, she's 227, 235. Let me tell you something, right? It doesn't even matter if they lose weight, right? It doesn't even matter if they lose weight. And let me and I know some of y'all are gonna be like, what do you mean it doesn't matter if they lose weight, AC? Let me break something down to you, especially to you young brothers, right? If you if as you get older, right? As you get older, you got to start going to the gym because you want to maintain what you have. If you're in good standing shape, if you're in good shape, you want to go to the gym not because you're trying to lose weight or trying to because you want to maintain what you have. As you get older, you don't get better. See, in Keisha world, they lie to them all the time. Talking about, as they get older, they get better. No, as you get older, things start to break down. That's what life is. You get older. Bones get brittle. Skin start to shrivel up. You get old. Organs start to, not work as they used to because you get old. That's the cycle of life. You get old and you pass on. So as you get older, you don't get better. But you can relatively stay healthy as you get older. And, as long as you don't have any health issues, you should you should live a nice, healthy life as you age. You see, the thing with them is they don't do things naturally. They trying to cut corners, and cutting those corners doesn't work. When I go to the gym, the least is 4 days a week. The least is 4 days. I try to go 5, but the least is 4 days a week, right? I don't see any big backs in the gym. Black men, when you go to the gym, do you see big backs in the gym? I don't see them. They may come once in a blue moon, but you won't see them the next day. But generally, I don't see them in the gym. You know what I see in the gym? I see people who are already fit, who are trying to stay in shape. What I'm saying to you is it's a lifestyle. It's not just a weight loss journey. It's a lifestyle. See, they always talking about this weight loss journey, and this journey will continue until the sun burn out if you continue to listen to it. It's no weight loss journey. What they do is try to cut corners instead of going to the gym. They get the shot, the Ozempic shot. They get liposuction, put themselves under the knife. They don't do anything the natural way, which means that when the unnatural way it doesn't work, it starts to wear off, because they can't keep going to get lipo, so they can't keep going because it costs, and I don't know if their insurance is going to continue them to keep going and get liposuction or get those Ozempic shots. Those things are probably expensive. I don't know how much they cost, but they probably expensive, so they probably can't keep affording to get those shots. But here's the thing. When those things run out, guess what happens? They go back to being big. because it's not a lifestyle. It's not a lifestyle. You see these Keishas getting BBLs and, getting tummy tucks. And then 6 months later, they back to where they were. They back to 200 and something pounds, or, that's because it's not a lifestyle change. You have to implement workout into your life for the rest of your life. That 1 hour every 24 hours is for the rest of your life. And that's the least. That's the least you should go is 1 hour a day. I know people who go 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, but the least you should go is 1 hour a day, not a half an hour, 1 hour a day. Get some strength training and do some cardio. And you do that 4 or 5 times a day for the rest of your life, you're fine. Yes, the rest of your life. The rest of your life. Don't you realize when you go on vacations, when you go to resorts, black men, you travel out of the country. I do. I travel out of the country. I travel states to state. And when I go to these resorts, guess what they have there? Guess what they have there? Gyms. You know why? Because they understand that there's people who, even on vacation, still going to work out. And people who don't work out don't understand, why would you work out on your vacation? Because it's a lifestyle. It's like breathing at this point. It's automatic. It's not even nothing to think about. You're working out. It's part of your life. Has nothing to do with the vacation. You don't vacation from working out. You don't vacation from working out. And a benefit of working out, while you're on vacation is when you come back, you don't have to be in the gym. You don't have to put serious work in the gym because you was on vacation. Now, I see people who go to the gym, but when they go on vacation, they don't go to the gym. When they come back, they trying to drop like 10 pounds in a week because they've been eating. They haven't been working out. They haven't been doing any cardio. So when they come back, they go to the gym and they try to overdo it. You don't have to do that if you're constantly not constantly, but if you keep working out as a lifestyle change. That's not a lifestyle change for them. They don't work out as a lifestyle change. They go to the gym for a few months, and even if they do lose some weight, right, it's back to doing what they want to do because they're lazy. They're lazy. And quality men understand that your appearance is what you think they deserve. Your appearance is what you think they deserve. I don't want to hear about low self-esteem. I don't care how much self-esteem you have. You know what you look like. There's no way you're happy with yourself. There's no way. There's no way. They can talk about this, body positivity and all. There's no way you're happy with yourself. I don't understand how they're not afraid of consequences of being that big. What heart disease, diabetes, strokes, heart attacks, all that comes with that. I don't know how you're not afraid of these things. And they have children. That's what kills me. They have children. Why you don't want to be around and healthy for your children? Why you don't want to be there to be active with your children? You're constantly tired. You're fatigued. You can't move as much as you want. Your joints are aching. sleep apnea, all these things attributed to being that big, we obese, and we supposed to look at that and think that's what's happening. That's what's up. That's what's up in these streets. So when men say these things, it's okay for them to say that we're bashing. It's okay for them to say that. We're not bashing. We're saying it's unhealthy and it ain't cool. It's not attractive. This is what we're saying. It's not bashing. I remember what's her name? Jillian Michaels. She said, she went online and said, oh, it's not good being big like that. They went after her. A fitness trainer said it's not cool being that, it's not a good look, it's not good, and they went after her. No. So they can, tell the truth with themselves. And you see in the comment section, they agree that the lower tier guys is going to attract them. But when you have brothers telling them all the time that this is your reality, when it comes to black men, especially black men, it's no, they attract high tier guys all the time. And they tell us that because they want us to believe that. They really want us to say, oh, really? Because then that would give them some leverage on who they're able to date by just lying. But the thing is, if we're the ones telling you we know the truth and who you're attracting to, you lying to us doesn't help you at all. Doesn't help you at all. And again, this is the reason why they shouldn't get that big in the first place. This is the reason why you should watch your weight, because it doesn't matter even if they lose the weight. The guy that they, let's say they again, get down to 120 pounds, 130 pounds, whatever it is. Once the guy that he has some substance, once he finds out that you were once a big back, he's out the door. You know why he's out the door? Because he know there's a big chance, big chance that you're going to balloon to that weight again. There's a huge chance of you doing that because it's not a lifestyle change. They don't be in the gym, man. They don't be in the gym. Anyway, salute the black men. Peace. And stay away from these big backs, man.
Are you stupid as I think you are?